Alrighty boys, welcome back to another step-by-step video. Now in today's video, I wanted to make this video mostly about clutches, but I do have some C4s to share with you guys that you guys can use to get yourself some free kills. This first one's going to be over on Consulate. You're going to want to stand next to the yellow pillar, all the way at the back, aim directly front and center with the breacher, and just wait for audio of a thermite putting his breach on the wall. It's really distinct when you have the wall, like the top of it open, so you'll know when to place it down. It's pretty easy too. Right here, these guys tried to Thatcher trick my C4, but they missed, so I ended up getting myself a free kill. And in this next clip, the last guy in this position is going to be outside the single wall. We go over to meeting here, we go ahead and line up our C4, and it's going to fall perfectly outside of the hard breach wall that he opened up with his hard breach tool. It's going to be a Grim. You're going to see here it just lands perfectly. And the last one that I have for you guys for today is going to be for Chalet. The enemy team is pushing the kitchen dining bomb site. They have to take Vert, which means they have to take top Mez first and then push their way through Piano. So we're going to go ahead and wait for them to get comfortable. They're going to get on drones. We're going to Nitro top Mez here to kill ourselves somebody right here. Now the thing that I wanted to show for today's video is I wanted to go over like how to clutch more often. And long story short, the general idea is that you kind of just gotta like do stuff, if that makes sense. Like you kind of just have to like commit to like something basically. Whenever you're in like a 1vx, you just gotta commit to like going for like an ego chow, swinging somebody who's close to you. You just gotta be fast and you have to be like very confident in your movement, if that makes sense. So right here we're playing Sentry. Sentry, by the way, is like probably the most broken operator this season in my opinion, because he has TCSG ACOG, he has the sidearm SMG. It's all like really strong. He has C4, you have potential for shield or barbed wire. Like it's really a really strong kit. But anyway, we're playing top blue here with Sentry. Now unfortunately in this type of position, this position is very like, I guess, laid back is what I want to say. So it leads to a lot of people like tending to dying before the top blue guy like even gets into a gunfight. So that's gonna end up happening for this round, is the enemy team is gonna basically kill like pretty much all of my teammates before they actually even like clear me out of like top blue. But the thing with top blue is that if you don't clear out like top blue and like take that space and like, you know what I mean, like really clear that out, what actually ends up happening is you give the player that plays top blue a lot of space. And the reason why space is really important is because when you give a player a lot of space, it lets them make a lot of different options basically, and it really lets them like be very flexible, if that makes sense. You're gonna see here, enemy team thinks I'm top blue still, but I'm gonna go ahead and swing aggressively for Memo here to get myself a free kill. And then in this position, I'm in a 1v3. I need to stay unpredictable here, so I go ahead and try to nitro for top blue. I knew that the enemy team was trying to push for top blue, but they didn't end up actually peeking the hatch here. I tried to anticipate them peeking the hatch with my nitro cell, and you're gonna see right here, once I did that though, it triggered this ram to think like, oh, I can swing bottom blue stairs right now. But it's actually a mistake for him. That actually gives me an opportunity to get a free kill into him. And then once I kill him, I'm able to walk up top Mez. My teammate gives me a call out that one guy's walking into lobby right at the moment that I walk to top Mez. So I'm able to just swing top Mez to get myself another free kill. The last guy in this position is in bar. He's going to be trying to look for a plant. All I do is sprint at him here while he's planting. I hit him once with a shotgun, and all I have to do now is just play the time. He got off the plant. He's going to have to stick again. A plant takes, I believe, what, like 7 seconds or something like that. So all I got to do is time myself to come into the bar when he's at 0-0. I should have a full 2 seconds to get the kill onto him before he's able to actually get that plant down. We swing aggressively and get ourselves the free kill and secure the round on round 9. And that was also a 1v4 position right there. And basically the idea, the most important thing to note when it comes to those type of positions, you just got to be able to play for space, because the space is what's really important in those type of positions. You don't want to put yourself in a position where it's very like cookie cutter to predict where you are at the end of the round, if that makes sense. You want to have a position where you're able to be like very like flexible, I guess, if that makes sense. Like you have like a lot of different options that you can take to basically get yourself kills on the last remaining players when you're in that like 1vx position, you know what I mean? So in that position there, I was able to prioritize the Ash that was coming through mud and get myself a free kill for him. And then once I got that kill, I was able to basically rotate into bar. At that point, the enemy team is taking top Mez, so we can nitro the hatch, or we could have even nitroed like top Mez as well for a potential free kill. But we tried to nitro through the hatch because, to me, when you take vert, it makes the most sense to start peeking the hatch once you get into that type of position. But this next clip here, excuse me, playing blitz, we're on consulate. The idea with this push is that our goal is to take reception, have one of our teammates come through spiral, and go into reception as I push reception. Basically, we're pincering the guy that's in reception and basically making it so we kill him before he's actually able to even react. And we get that control in like one swoop, basically. And then my Ash basically plays the cutoff right there. So right here, you can see right here, he walks into spiral. I'm going to go ahead and rush this blitz. My Ash is going to swing aggressively as well. And we're going to basically pincer and kill that bandit really quick right there to basically get ourselves reception control. You're going to see here now, the idea once you get reception is to start looking for a default plant. However, what's going to end up happening here is my Ash is actually going to die reception, which actually means that we actually lose our reception control here. So we have to get aggressive now to kill this warden. So I go ahead and just swing aggressively with pistol out. Now, luckily for me, he's not able to hit my head. When you're playing a shield player, you want to basically be up and downing like a lot, just so that way it makes it harder for the enemy player to actually hit your head in that position. So I go ahead and do that and get myself a kill on warden. And right here, ideally, I should go ahead and hit a plant with a cover cross. Now, unfortunately, the smoke actually blocks for the Clash to be able to walk up to swing me right in this position. So I have to wait for my smoke to basically go away before I actually stick this plant. So that was a bad smoke by me. It would have been good if my other teammate would have been more like chill, I guess, if that makes sense. However, he wasn't actually ending up to be chill in this position. So we go ahead and have to just wait for the smoke to clear, and then we go ahead and plant. Last guy in this position is mute. He's going to be in reception here. He has a shotgun out. Whenever a player or like a mute or like any operator in this game, even like Legion Shotgun has like a shotgun out, you can just pistol them if you have full health when you are playing a shield. And the reason why you can do that is because this shotgun doesn't have enough damage to basically kill you from only hitting your head, if that makes sense, because it doesn't have a headshot multiplier, if that makes sense. So like, for example, right, an SMG or an assault rifle, whatever, it has like that really high multiplier for when they hit a headshot, so that's why you get one shot headshot. But shotguns don't have that multiplier, so I'm able to just swing aggressively in moments like that to get myself a free kill whenever they have their shotgun out. So you have to make sure you're being really clear if they have a shotgun or don't have a shotgun out. But if they do have a shotgun out, it's a free kill. Now, the other thing I wanted to mention is that when you're going against like a mute or like a smoke or something and you're playing a shield, it's really important to understand is that when you go against like a mute or a smoke, they only have the SMG-11 to combat you, or the shotgun usually, right? It's very rare for people to run like the FMG-9 or the MP5K against you. So what you can do is, if you're going against an SMG-11, is you can just basically bait out some bullets. And when you bait out bullets, all you have to do is just like stand up and down, up and down, up and down. He's gonna try to shoot at your legs. You just make him burn most of his mag, and that's gonna be how you make him burn bullets. And then you just pistol him the same way, and it's pretty much GG's. But whenever they have the shotgun out, you can just swing aggressively to get yourself a free kill. And that playstyle with shield is really important because there's some positions in this game, like for example, like if you ever play like Oregon, one of the most common things that people like to do, especially in higher champ lobbies, is they play Legion Shotgun on backstairs and they think they have free kills. You know what I mean? So they just get super hyper aggressive, but you could just play like a Monty or like a Blitz or whatever and just walk into Big Tower, and the Legion Shotgun player is going to ego chow you, and you just pistol him down. It's a free ass kill every single time. Now this next round is a little bit more complicated. I'm going to try to nitro this guy on this hatch. Unfortunately, he's going to drop at the same timing that I nitro cell, but luckily for me, he can't ADS while he's dropping, so he can only hip fire, and I'm able to get myself a free kill on him when he does that. And then once I go ahead and kill him, I'm going to go ahead and back up to reload. This ram's going to push me aggressively through the rotate. I'm going to go ahead and peek her aggressively with my SMG-11, and then luckily I do end up hitting the headshot to get a free kill on to her. And then in this type of position here, they have to look for the refrag on me right away, so the striker ends up walking through my doorway, but luckily I have a shotgun as well, so I'm able to swing aggressively to get a free kill on to him. Last guy in the position is Dokubi, who is Scuba side. I'm going to go ahead and start shotgunning him on some long range to try to get some chip damage, and then I only have one bullet left on my shotgun here, so I have to make sure I have to be super accurate here. So I wait until I get some nice quality audio of him pushing up to like swing me like on some wide angle type thing, and then we just swing aggressively with our shotgun to get ourselves a very easy kill and secure the round. Now this next round is going to be over on Night Haven. This is going to be another round where we kind of got to like clutch to be able to win. Basically we're down 0-3. Now originally my plan was to try to push for like Aqua and take Aqua like really quickly. However, what ended up happening is somebody opened up like the warehouse window or RAM right away, so that kind of makes it kind of awkward for me to just rush Aqua in this position, because basically it's not going to be easy for me to take this space with somebody on the warehouse door potentially being able to shoot us from behind. So I'm like, okay, in this position, instead of me going over and playing aggressively for Aqua in this position, I'm going to go ahead and try to rotate now to try to get us some off pressure somewhere else, because a Blackberry can kind of like play on his own, if that makes sense. So I go ahead and just rotate down. I was going to try to rotate to like storage, try to kill a guy that was put in storage and my teammate was calling out. But the storage guy actually rotates to bottom Aqua here. Luckily, he tries to pre-fire a little bit too early, so I go ahead and get myself a free kill on the Valkyrie right there. But again, this is like one of those weird positions where we have like no Aqua, or excuse me, we have no IT, no warehouse pressure. So I'm like, okay, what's my teammate doing right here? Let me go ahead and figure out where my teammate's going, so that way I can fill the other gap, basically. So right here, I'm like, okay, my teammate is going warehouse, or going IT, so I want to go up warehouse here, and then we can basically have like a triple cross for command, basically, is the idea I was going for. And what ends up happening is I flash out top warehouse. Amira tries to aggressively challenge me, but I luckily hit the headshot. Last guy in this position was supposed to be Pillar. However, my teammate gives me a bad call out right here, and he's actually over by the electrical doorway, proning behind the desk. But I go ahead and swing aggressively to get myself a free kill and secure the round. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed today's step-by-step video. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace!